President Trump is doubling down on his pledge to make sure Iran never gets a nuclear weapon after threatening to strike Iran's Pickaxe Mountain. Watch.
We cannot let Iran have a nuclear weapon. It's very simple. This skirmish we have with the Islamic Republic of Iran, and I call it that because, let me tell you, they're getting hit so hard, and they want to make a deal. But I say they're not ready to make a deal. Because every time they make a deal, they want to change it and everything. They're not ready. They'll be ready very soon.
So just how much of Iran's nuclear program remains? Here to discuss is the CEO of United Against Nuclear Iran, Mark Wallace. Good morning, Mark.
Good morning, Lucas. Thanks for having me on.
How important is it for the U.S. military to destroy Pickaxe Mountain?
You know, Pickaxe Mountain has been one of the ostensible nuclear facilities that's been really clouded in mystery. There's been some divergence about whether or not it's an active nuclear facility or one that is being proposed and planned for in the future. But the bottom line is it's a deep buried mountain. There's only one use for that in Iran's military thinking, and that's a nuclear facility. And I think the president is wise to ultimately take it out and remove any mystery over this one facility.
How much evidence exists that Iran moved some of its centrifuges, its enriched uranium, from Fordo to Pickaxe Mountain in the days before Midnight Hammer last year?
There has been reliable reporting that Iran moved nuclear centrifuges and other technical abilities to Pickaxe Mountain, and that's been reliably reported. There is divergence on whether it's active or whether or not they were trying to preserve things for bombing. And the issue here is that Pickaxe Mountain is quite deep, and there is a reason to really try to close that facility off or remove its accessibility to the Iranian regime so that it can't do things like that. And there has been satellite imagery of activity around Pickaxe Mountain that is quite suspicious.
Is the U.S. military going to need ground forces, perhaps the National Mission Force, to access this site because it's too deep for conventional bombs?
Well, I'm not really sure that it is too deep for our bunker-busting bombs and the like. We have used deep penetrating missiles, bombs, to take out other deeply buried facilities. This one is quite deep, but closing off and effectively burying the facility and any nuclear material or infrastructure is a very good method of preventing Iran's accessibility to that site. And I think we have the ability to do that without ground troops.
Will Iran ever give up its nuclear ambitions?
Not this regime. I don't believe this regime is all about leverage and control over the West. They want to leverage us with supporting terror groups and proxies across the region, assassinations and threats to assassinate Americans and other Westerners in our own home countries. This is about threatening to close off the Bab el-Mandeb and the Strait of Hormuz. And ultimately, it's about the threat of nuclear annihilation of our allies and a threat of a nuclear attack if they continue to build a nuclear bomb. It's all about leverage and threat for the Iranian regime. And their ideology is based upon death to America, death to Israel, frankly, death to Saudi Arabia and its neighbors.
Well, thank you so much for joining us this morning, Mark. That was important.
Thank you for having me.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.